All right, hey guys, Jonathan Liu here, and today I'm starting a new project called the Magic 28. And what it is it's based on this book written by Rhonda Byrnes called The Magic. And Rhonda is also the co-author or one of the authors of the book The Secret, which talks about the law of attraction. And I'm a big law of attraction fan. And I was actually introduced to the magic by my friend Robert Seha, who's practiced it and has changed his life with it. And the real reason I'm doing this is because I seem to have lost touch with being grateful and being in that alive, vibrant, joyous, happy state that I used to be in. Because I'm a firm believer that what you appreciate appreciates, right? Whatever you're grateful for, more will come into your life. And I seem to have lost that. You know, a few years ago I experienced it. I was living it to the fullest. At that time, I had just graduated college. I was able to get a job at this hotel that I really wanted to work at. I was dating my girlfriend, who's my wife now. I think we actually got married right around that time. And just, you know, my relationship with my parents were really good. It was transforming, and just my whole life was full of hope and light and love, and it was really great. And that was back in 2010, 2011. Fast forward a few years, it's to today, 2014. It seems that I allowed life to knock me down, and I haven't been able to really get back up. So that's why I want to practice this attitude, this new project of attitude of gratitude, following this book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrnes. Okay, so just to kind of understand where I'm at today and to where I want to get in within the next, let's say, 30 to 60 days, actually, let me back up a little bit. The Magic 28, the reason I'm calling it the Magic 28 is because this book, The Magic, is focusing on 28 days of practicing gratitude. And there's different exercises in each chapter. And I want to document each and every day. And this is actually a way for me to keep myself accountable. I'm creating a blog on this, and I want to update this as much as I can, as frequently as I can. Most likely it'll be around 2 to 3 times a week. But feel free to join me on this journey. And just to kind of understand where I'm coming from, I want this to be, my intention for this blog is to be as real and as raw and authentic as possible. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, because I'm doing all these, I've gone on a different path and I'm doing these different things, people think I'm really well off, and I'm involved with real estate and I make a ton of money, which is not really the case. I do make some money, but I want to share with everybody who I am, where I'm at right now, and just be completely honest and even very vulnerable right now. Okay, so let's just start with it. So let's see, let's start with money. Okay, I am currently unemployed, so I don't have a job. I do have a couple of real estate deals I'm involved with. However, they're in escrow and they're kind of a 50-50 chance. I haven't closed the deal in the past 2 months. So as far as income goes, I don't really have that much income. I'm also a spiritual healer, an intuitive spiritual healer. Once again, I have not really continued my journey on that path. I haven't taken a client in about 3 months. My wife and I actually taught a class, but we didn't continue with it because, honestly, why? Because we're scared, and I think we're also kind of lazy. None of those are good reasons, but something else happened after our first class that kind of traumatized the both of us, and we're still kind of working through that ourselves. Okay, I'm in about $27,000 in consumer debt. I think I've got $160 in my wallet, maybe $50 in the bank account right now. And the 160 is actually, I just recently received that from my parents, and I'm very grateful for that. So as far as money financially, I don't really have that much material wealth. I am fortunate to live in this house here where we actually downsized. We're living in a room. Used to live in a big apartment, $2,000 a month. Now we're in a room at $800 a month, and it's a huge difference in how much we pay per month. But it's kind of weird because I'm still struggling just to make the payments. Whereas before, it was the same thing. I was struggling, but it always come just in time, even though it was a huge difference in how much we were paying. So, let's see what else. My relationship with my parents right now is pretty good. We've gone through our ups and downs, and I feel we're getting better now. My wife and I are doing pretty good as well, but there's always room for improvement, in my opinion, and we can always work on certain things. I think for the both of us, we've kind of lost our ambition, lost our drive. We're settling into, let's just find a job and keep a steady income. That seems to be the focus at this point, and inside I feel a little bit dead, so to speak, a little bit like a zombie, just not really fully enjoying life, living a passionate life that I encourage a lot of people to do. What else? My health, in general, my health has always been pretty good. And it's kind of funny because just recently I'm actually recovering from a cold, and I've never really had this before, where it was just like a headache and a stomach ache and kind of just that weak, no energy, just really lethargic feeling. I've had that for the past couple of days. But the biggest thing is I've had this like indigestion. I normally don't have a problem digesting my food and going to the bathroom regularly. But these past 3 days I've just been unable to digest my food. I've been feeling bloated and really strange. It's never lasted 3-4 days. Usually it's one night at the most. So I'm really focusing more on my health now. Working out. I want to work out more and eat more healthily. Let's see. My friendships. I have good friends. I don't see them all the time, but I do know that they're there to help, and I think on my part I haven't reached out as much as I could. And I know that they're only a phone call away, so I would like to also improve my relationships with my friends and make new friends. What else? Okay, so I think that kind of sums up where I'm at right now. My biggest focus is financial, just simply because it doesn't matter how much money I make. I've made a lot of money, I've made a little money, but I've been having a really hard time managing money. And I spend money that I don't have, or I make very impulsive buys or investments, and they don't always turn out so well. So I think I'm just trying to regather, refocus, and build my foundation on gratitude and to be appreciative of what I do have instead of focusing on what I don't have. And this is day 1. So in the book, I will go ahead and each day go through each chapter and just share with you guys what the exercise is, and then go ahead and I'll do it and share whatever results or experiences that I actually have with it. That being said, let's go on to day 1.